A tragic chapter is closing after Amber Waterman accepted a plea deal for the death of Ashley Bush and her unborn baby more than 3 years after the crime was committed. Now we're getting a look at the final interview she did with Benton County prosecutors as part of that plea deal to avoid the death penalty. 5 News reporter Emily Moss reports.
We want to start by warning you the details of this crime are disturbing and might be hard to hear. The story of Ashley Bush and her unborn baby Valkyrie is a story that left the community on edge. There are many questions, even years later, that only their killer, Amber Waterman, holds the answers to. And that's why we're sharing these portions of Waterman's final interview with prosecutors before accepting a plea deal last week.
I think we owe it to Ashley's family to try to give them something, right? And all we can give them at this point is the truth.
For the first time, we are hearing from Amber Waterman herself, describing why and how she targeted Ashley Bush in 2022. Prosecutors agreed to a plea deal to avoid the death penalty. On the condition, Waterman goes on the record and admits to what she did, amid concerns a trial could take years and create more pain for Ashley Bush's family.
Randy looked at me and said, "Josh, will she ever be executed?" And I had to tell him, almost certainly not in your lifetime, if ever.
In the recorded sit-down interview obtained by 5 News, Waterman tells prosecutors she created a fake Facebook profile using the name Lucy to connect with pregnant women and later ask for their child. She admits she lied to her husband, Jamie, and to her family, claiming she was pregnant and near her due date.
The original goal was to adopt a child.
Waterman admits she met with several expecting mothers before meeting Ashley, but says she did not feel confident that they would be willing to give up their baby. After meeting Ashley the first time, Waterman says she felt like she had found what she was looking for.
And Ashley was kind of all over the place.
She seemed more vulnerable in life, I guess, is that?
Yeah.
Police then asked Waterman to walk them through the day of the crime. She insists the murder was not planned, despite this being their second meeting.
I didn't plan it for months. I didn't plan it.
Waterman says while driving with Ashley at that meeting, under the guise of a fake job in Bella Vista, she became angry, comparing Ashley's life, her family, and her stability to her own, including Waterman's husband, Jamie, who she says had been cheating on her.
So how did that make you feel when your brain connected her and Jamie?
It made me mad.
Waterman says as her emotion built, she decided not to drop Ashley off at a gas station and continued driving with her. Despite maintaining she did not plan to kill Ashley, prosecutors questioned Waterman about her state of mind.
Leading up to that point where you're driving around, up until the point that you pulled the trigger, was it a wave of emotion like rage or anger that you were experiencing?
Just sadness.
After the shooting, Waterman claims she attempted to give Ashley CPR, a statement officers dispute during the interview. After Ashley's death, Waterman admits she removed the unborn child at her home. Waterman says her husband, Jamie, still did not know she was not actually pregnant. When she called him about Ashley's body, she claimed the baby was her own, and he believed her. She also states she told Jamie her friend, the fake profile known as Lucy, had killed Ashley, and that she needed help hiding the body, which he did.
Jamie didn't know anything.
He was completely clueless up until the point where you called him up.
Jamie is now serving a 6-year federal prison sentence for helping his wife cover up the murder. Throughout Amber's interview, prosecutors press her to tell the truth. And despite the 2.5-hour process, Waterman never admits to feeling sorry or expresses remorse for what she's done.
We just want to be able to give her family, the absolute truth.
Waterman is now serving 2 life sentences in Arkansas and 2 federal life sentences in Missouri. Prosecutors say the plea deal brings finality for the state and for Ashley Bush's family. And while Amber Waterman's story ends here, Ashley's story will continue.
Let's let Amber Waterman be forgotten. We'll remember Ashley Bush and Valkyrie and the Boone family and not give Amber another thought.
Despite initially being firm on going to trial and securing the death penalty, Benton County prosecutors say the federal government could have decided Waterman must serve her federal life sentences before she could be executed, meaning it might have never happened. That's on top of concerns for a possible appeals process. After the sentencing, prosecutors urged everyone to read the victim impact statements that were shared in court. We have those impact statements available on 5newsonline.com. Emily Moss, 5 News.
A high school student in Siloam Springs organized a community protest today after students say their own campus plans were blocked. 5 News reporter Jada Daniels shows us how they shifted their location, but not their purpose for protesting.
What started as an idea during school hours turned into a community-wide event. Students at Siloam Springs High School say doors were blocked to stop them from protesting, leaving them to find another way to be heard. The event drew people of all ages holding signs in response to recent ICE raids and shootings. Community members say discouraging students from protesting sends the wrong message.
It makes me feel like that people don't think that kids see what's going on. They think they shouldn't have a right to their own opinion. And these are high schoolers. They're not little kids. You know, they can see just like we can.
Others say the protest was a chance to teach younger generations about speaking up. One mother says she brought her daughter to show her it's okay not to be silent.
They're already starting to feel like they have to be silenced and not speak out at 8, 9 years old. No. You know, I'm raising her different and saying that we have voices.
And for some attendees, participating means honoring a lifetime of service.
Our country's going in the wrong direction. I spent 31 years in the U.S. Navy, and I swore an oath to the Constitution, not an oath to a party or an oath to a man. We are not following that oath as a country. We are losing that.
Student organizer Emerson Kay says while she's received backlash for organizing this event, she's not backing down.
We had received threats, some that I even had to report to the police station, and it was definitely discouraging, especially seeing how many adults were hating on kids. After talking it out with some people, I realized that just means we just need to protest harder. We just need to show that how strong we are, that even in the face of hate right now, we can still show love and peace.
Kay says this is just the beginning, and they hope it encourages more people to participate in civic engagement. Jada Daniels, 5 News.
A local high school student is getting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to study medicine overseas. I spoke with an Ozark Catholic Academy junior who's preparing to travel to Greece, and she says her passion for medicine is deeply personal.
You've already made it this far, so why are you going to stop now?
Mary Dovner Patterson has dreams of becoming a neuropsychologist.
My dad actually passed away when I was 7 from Parkinson's because at home he had a traumatic brain injury after a fall. And so ever since then I've been obsessed with how brain functions.
And only a junior at Ozark Catholic Academy, Mary is already taking steps towards that goal. This summer she'll travel to Athens, Greece after being accepted into the Future Docs Abroad program.
I love learning about just the body because you're gonna learn something new every day. Because medicine keeps changing.
For 2 weeks, she'll observe surgeries, shadow physicians, and learn how medicine is practiced in another country.
I think this will also prepare me for future jobs and internships. I think it'll show them that I actually know what I'm talking about, and that I have passion and compassion for this field that I want to go into.
Mary was one of just 65 students chosen and the only student from Arkansas.
This is a remarkable achievement, and I'm excited that you will be representing Arkansas in this prestigious program.
She even received recognition from Senator John Bozeman.
It feels really incredible. I'm so grateful.
She's now spending the next few months fundraising for her experience.
I also babysit, I mow lawns, and I pet sit.
And of course, practicing her Greek.
Yes, Uthekanis, which I'm pretty sure means hello and how are you?
As she gets ready for her first trip out of the country, she hopes the experience will shape her future.
I think I want to feel more empowered and more just motivated to go accomplish my goals.